Hello, my dear friends. So, I'm Kavita. Welcome you to a new episode of Be a Master. Today, we have a doctor from Ahmedabad, Dr. Dhiren Sareen. He has been practicing naturopathy from past 15 years and he has started his meditation journey, spirituality from last 5 years. So, there I have seen a lot of changes, lot of transformation in his life. Let's welcome Dr. Dhiren.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. Welcome you. How are you doing, sir?
I am absolutely good. And I would like to give my namaskar to all the viewers who are watching us today. Yeah.
So, yes, please be with us and you must definitely learn from him. So, Dr. Saab, I want to know, how did you start your journey? What was the reason behind meditation?
Well, I would like to say that when a disciple is ready, the master appears. And this journey actually started when I was in my childhood in my school. I've actually been into DAV, Dayanand Anglo-Vedic, where we were always told not to go for doing the idol worship. So from there the journey started. And when it came to the time, then I was prepared and I was looking forward to learn and move ahead in my life. When I was totally in a preparation, I got Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. I met him around 5 years back at Surat.
Okay.
It was a small session of 40 minutes that I attended. And when I met him, he said, Swamiji, what about you're coming from Ahmedabad to Surat? First of all, I could not understand he was addressing me. And when I asked him, he told me, what have you come for? I told him I just came to learn meditation and I wanted his blessings so that my meditation should be perfect. So he said, a God does not bless another God. So if you want your meditation to be perfect, then you have to hold classes so that you can teach others the same thing.
Right.
So with just about a 40 minutes of a knowledge on how the meditation is to be done, we converted our own living area as a Sai Meditation Center, and we invited our society members by spreading those brochures around the society. And it was a real good time starting around 5 years back in the physical form.
Right. So, was it really easy that time? Because nowadays it's really tough time to, teach something to someone. All are having their own stuffs. They have learned a lot of things from childhood. So, how you made them understand?
So here when we are talking about the concepts that I have learnt in PSSM, Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. So here what we have learnt is how to unlearn yourself. It is not about learning, it is about unlearning all that you have, because we have stored so many things, so many concepts today. We have to just move out of all that from consciousness to unconsciousness, and we have to make ourselves blank so that we can be empty.
Right.
That way is the perfect way how you can know about your own self. The more we are putting up so many concepts, it becomes very difficult for us to go to the truth that is required for. The truth is actually within us. We have to connect with that.
Right, yeah. So, it's a beautiful concept you shared here, that, unlearning whatever we have learned from so many years. So please share more about it. How did you start and how it was, because in the beginning 5 years back?
Yes, it was a beautiful journey that we started 5 years back. From our own living area, we started teaching meditation, and perfectly as it is, it requires around 40 days to be a master in a skill. So it was about 100 days that I had done my meditation with so many people coming around, and we were very happy doing all that. But once about 1.5 years was gone, and then we started finding that COVID had come.
Right.
3 years back, it was the time, it was really a very terrific time. And with that, a good news came that we can conduct our classes on Zoom. And it was a perfect time to go online.
Right.
Though I had no idea about it, how it will end up, what will happen. But I had purchased a new laptop for my business. I never knew that it will be used in such an innovative way. We started running our meetings on that laptop. on Zoom for spirituality, and we started a new channel PMC Gujarat on YouTube. That time we had a very few and limited people who were watching it. But today when I look back, it is around 2.5 years of journey that we have taken, 2.5 to 3 years of journey, and we have more than 13 lakh followers over there.
Wow.
And we have more than 12,000 subscribers. We are very excited and happy that a small thing can convert to such a big thing.
So could you share more like how it was in the beginning of COVID? Even if you remember, I was also part of Gujarat team that time.
Yeah.
And it was really excited time. But I would love to know from you. I would love you to share to our people like how it was, because initial days, teaching everything on Zoom, where everyone or entire world were in some trauma or in pain, because COVID was really
it was definitely a very painful time.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people had lost their very near and dear ones. And I remember at that time we all had one thing, and that was plenty of time.
Yeah.
When everybody used to say, we don't have the time, all of a sudden everybody had that time, that extra time where they can learn something so that they can face the big problem that was in the form of COVID in their front.
Right.
And spirituality actually, it arms you. It makes you much more stronger from within. It actually builds that inner confidence that nothing will happen wrong to you.
Right. Yeah.
Somehow you start realizing that you are not just a body, and you start getting connected to your inner self. That confidence actually removes all the doubts and all the fears and the insecurities which have been actually plundering in our minds, and that actually gives you a sense of feeling well-being. And when I started at that time, I was also not having a lot of knowledge. We started from one session, then we went to 2 sessions a day, then 3 sessions and 4 sessions. I think most of my time was consumed just in the sessions. Appointing and doing all that work was required.
Yeah.
Along with doing my own pretty small things in the house, and also business is also an important part, because you have to live, you need food, you have to work. So managing everything, at the end of the day, I do not remember whether we were sleeping or we were awake. We were having only one thought, that we have to work, and a lot still has to be done. Over the years, we found that so many members, as you said, you were also there with us. So the strength that started increasing. Today we have hundreds and hundreds of volunteers who are working along with us.
Wow.
On PMC Gujarat. And we have almost all the countries from where we have followers. Of late we even found that we have people from Pakistan who have joined us. It really feels very excited. I am very happy that we did this and we started this platform, and all the people are learning and they are trying to teach the same system of Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, so that more and more people can be aware and more people can move with spirituality as a feather in their cap.
Could you please share which kind of programs you are conducting on PMC Gujarat?
On PMC Gujarat is a spiritual arm of PSSM. PMC Pyramid Meditation Channel is actually a spiritual arm of Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. Here we are trying to tell people how by doing Ana-Pana-Sati meditation, they can actually know about what is running in their mind. They can be more positive in outlook.
Right.
They can be more positive in towards all the challenges that they are facing on an everyday basis. Secondly, we are talking about vegetarian world, because a lot of the things that matters, till the time we are harming others, that harm that we have inflicted upon the others will definitely return back, because we are the source of doing that harm to others. Though we fail to understand, but vegetarianism is one of the big facets that has been working, and we are teaching about that. And the third big thing is about making lots of pyramids, because that gives a lot of energy to the earth, to the mother earth. At the same time, all the geometries which are symmetrical, and perhaps a pyramid with a 51 degree and 52 minutes is the perfect geometry to attract the best positive energy on earth. So this can do a lot good in spirituality for the people. So we have been promoting these things other than promoting the knowledge of spirituality, and doing a lots of meditation with the people on the line online, so that people who are sitting in their offices or they are sitting in their residences, they don't have to go anywhere, seek anywhere.
Right.
They can sit with their mobiles and just learn everything that is required. Yeah.
Because today though we are globally spread everywhere, but we are connected at one point. So media is playing a great role here. And as you started PMC Gujarat, could you share more, like how one channel help in local area?
When we have a local language, like we started another PMC Gujarati, so that channel is totally dedicated in Gujarati language. As a founder member, I myself used to think that I do not know much of Gujarati language, but then I found that so many volunteers, they came forward to support us in the movement, and it is going so well today. There are so many people from the urban and the rural areas, both the sides. With a regional language, it becomes much convenient for people to connect.
Right.
So it
because
is really good. Yeah.
Because today Hindi and English are maybe touching everywhere, but still few people are there, they really need in their own language, and that best service you are doing, I must say. And it's great to have you here, Dr. Saab. Being a Punjabi, what you are doing for Gujarat, it's a wonderful thing.
I would say, I am not just a Punjabi. To tell you as a wholesome, when we talk about spirituality, we are neither a Punjabi. Our bodies may be, having a birth at Punjab. I have spent a good time in Gujarat. Around 50% of my life I have spent over here giving my services.
Yeah.
So what I feel is, as a Indian or as a spirit, my responsibility comes back to give to the society. The society has given us so much.
Yeah.
You see, till the time we do not give back, we are not prepared as masters. And I wanted to live my life as a master, as being a very confident person. This is what spirituality has done to me.
Right.
This is what Patriji sir has taught us. To be always a master, to work and not to follow, but to make the people become masters. And we are conveying the same thing on our channel.
Yes, that's
with
perfect.
different speakers, with different things to learn and unlearn, as we talked about.
Yeah. That's a really core message of our mission and what we are looking forward, our vision, which is aligned with Patriji's vision. And even Patriji started 40 years back the same thing. I can't say it's same thing, because in the beginning it was more hard. It was really not that easy when he was traveling to each and every corner of a small village to teach meditation to a single person. And these days, like through our channel or by any medium, it became very easy, but that time it was really not that easy.
Yeah, the challenges must have been plenty, because going and teaching one person is not that easy. Today it has its own challenges, because lots of people have lots of concepts and things have been talked about spirituality. But one thing is for sure, every spiritual atmosphere is actually giving more energies to every person to go ahead and come out of the suffering. Because until unless a person does not turn to spirituality, the suffering will not go.
Yeah. And I must say, seva, service plays a great role in that, and that I have seen in you. The way you have
some soul plans are intended to go only and do service. Initially, I still remember when something like spirituality, it knocked my door, and I started to learn about spirituality. I always had one thing in my mind: I don't have that much of time. I have to do my business, then I have my own personal life, then I have my house also to manage. I have a small young daughter also with me. So how I'll be able to give my services, what we call as a selfless service for the society? But believe me, when I started, putting some time with spirituality, just about an hour or 2 hours with my own self, I found that nothing is our own here. There is no belongingness left as such. Even the body that we talk of, we start finding that even this is given to you as a gift. It is not yours. So the day comes when you arrive at a point where you find that there is oneness with everything.
Yeah.
So what we are doing for the others in the society, it is actually for our own self. So the selfless service definitely helps a lot, and it has modified the way I was thinking around 5-7 years back. By doing our services, we are definitely bound to get returns in plenty, and in all those returns that I am talking of, peace and bliss are the biggest gifts that you can get.
That's really, as you say, that best and biggest gift, because a lot of people, they might be earning in crore, but still they don't have night sleep, or they don't have that peace. So here I must say we are lucky, and of course we have done maybe something, definitely.
Yeah, that's true. That is why we have a ultimate master with us, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. Otherwise, it is not possible for everyone to get him. Yeah.
Right, yeah, of course. I've seen a lot of people, they are doing a lot of services, but there is some small complaint in their life that, their family or society, they are not supporting them. But here I must say that Dr. Pooja, your wife, she's a real charm in your life. Yeah. So how you get support from her? How could you please share something about her?
Well, about my wife, Dr. Pooja, oh my God, she is, I bow down to her all the time when I see how she manages. You see, we think all the time that we have to do my business, I have to handle that work, I have to do this work. But handling the house core activity is not a small work. In itself, it is nothing less than handling a big company. I have seen at times her struggling with the time, but she's never said, I will not be able to reach in time. She's been very highly dedicated towards her spiritual affairs. She's been putting all her determination. A lot of determination is required to push yourself and do all that works in a selfless service. And she is one of the persons who's been perfect with me while I've been on the frame all the time. But she is the back support without which I would have not been able to do anything much. I would like to say here, the saying in English, behind every successful man there is a woman, and Dr. Pooja is definitely that gifted woman for me. Yeah.
Wow, I must say really a great thanks and big thanks to her for being with you in this journey, and my pranams to both of you. And
thank you.
And yeah, your daughter, your young daughter, Himangi.
Yeah.
Even I've seen, she's a really wonderful master. The way she supports you, because I was a person, I've seen you from very close once. And as you mentioned about your wife, see, at such age, your daughter, she's just maybe 10 years around, or
now she is 9 years, going to be 9 years.
Yeah.
Yes, you are right. Himangi is a real gift to both of us, to Pooja and to me. And she is a great master, definitely, because she has never been an obstruction in any of our tasks that we were taking in the spirituality. A lot of the children are very highly demanding, but she was never demanding of time. She always looked whenever the time was there, we were working on something, she would never interrupt us from doing that work. Rather, she will, pacify her own self and learn her own activities she will carry on. And she will find the time when we were both of us could, speak to her and get along with her. We have a lot of things to learn from our children. Our children are actually blessing to us in our disguise. But what we do is we always try to make them silent. We always try to, preach them. I find the other way round. I have seen lots of patience in my young daughter. She is definitely an angel that has come.
Yes, yeah. Dr. Sareen, lot of things you have shared here. I want to know, what are your takings from Patriji? What you learned from him?
Well, Patriji sir is full of so much knowledge. First of all, I would like to say the concept that he has given to all of us in the name of PSSM, a movement that he has given to each one of us, is a great movement where there is no hindrance. He does not put any kind of hindrance upon anyone. Everybody is free. All that inspires everyone is apo dipo bhav. So you be a master to your own self. You do not have to be a follower seeking masters. And here he has told that your guru, your master is your own breath. So the breath everybody has got. And the simple and the natural way that he deals with everyone, that is so marvelous. He does not ever say that he is a VIP. He is like each one of us. And the Maitre Bhavana that he has generated, the friendship that he generates with everyone, that is something which everyone has to learn. And I am very big fan of Patriji sir. I have never seen a person like him. He is a master who always teaches you and preaches you to not to teach anyone and to preach anyone, but just to work upon your own self. That is the main ultimate idea that I have got with him, that you have to work upon your own self. Even if we are doing the spiritual services, it is more or less mastering our own self. When we are trying to put forth our step towards selfless service, it actually fine tunes us, and it makes our language so good. It gives us the right words in the right place. It gives us the right thought pattern. He has so much to learn. There is no ending about talking about him.
What made you to align with his purpose?
Well, the three things that he spoke about, the first thing is the vegetarianism, the second thing is about making a spiritual world, and the third thing is about promoting these pyramids so that more and more people can connect with the positive energy and go into spirituality faster. So all the three sankalpas that he has made are perfect for a selfless service. And I find that he has been devoting himself from the last 40 years towards converting others. When I went into doing all the three things that he has been doing, I found that I was a changed myself. I was a transformed myself. A different version of Dhiren had emerged. And that should definitely work as a feather in his cap. He should definitely be getting an advantage that others should learn and they should also transform. It is like, we have one Deepak, what we call a lamp, ignites another lamp. So he has ignited so many lamps, and those lamps have to ignite furthermore, so that the light can be always there. The main purpose is the same. What I connect with him is that every person on earth should be out of suffering, and that is possible only when we turn towards spirituality.
Yeah, that's really a great thing which you shared. And as you shared about him, he never met disciples. So all are masters, and we are spreading masters among us.
Yes,
we
he
are
always addresses. He always addresses like that, the great masters, the gods and the friends. So we all have to understand that we are masters. We have to just master our own self by going to masses and telling them about the spirituality.
Right, yeah. So he made a great master who is in front of me. That's great.
I'm very thankful to him for being with me all the time. Yeah. It is his energies which have been, carrying me forward. Yeah.
That's really a core truth of each one of our life. So, yeah, that's a wonderful thing. So, as you mentioned, a different version of Dhiren. So, how was your journey before meditation and after?
Well, before meditation, I had many things with me, but then, as you say, an incomplete man. Once spirituality happens, it changes, it transforms the way you think. Your thought patterns may be on the negative or the positive side, but once you are spiritual, you know how you have to make your thought patterns. So once your inside world changes, the outer world, which is just a reflection, a mirror reflection, that automatically gets changed. So what I have seen in my life is, once I was ready to change my own, the inner core, everything changed, everything transformed. The beautiful way of dealing with all kind of challenges in your life.
Yeah. So that is base, like change. First, we must change our life.
That is the only thing everybody has to learn to do. Nothing else is required.
Yeah, yeah. So moving ahead, coming to my next and I can say last question. What is your purpose? Like what you are doing through PMC and what you want to do in future?
Well, I see the future of everybody here in PMC, be it Gujarat or be it Telugu or be it English, as we are talking in English here. So the purpose is the same, and that is towards ending all kind of sufferings. That is possible only when we are focused in our inner part. We have been focusing all the time outside in the world, so engrossed with the activities that may transform. But as we can see, the hands are always down. We always have the brain on the highest level. Here we have to work and transform our own brain. So when we are ready to transform, we always, Patriji sir always says, man se manav hota hai, buddhi se buddha banta hai. So we have to transform our mind so that our intellect can grow, and with the intellect that we have, we can transform our life. The positive way of dealing with things can definitely change every part of our life. So this is very, very important. So far as my vision is concerned about PMC will lead masses to lead a life of bliss, a life of peace that everybody is seeking for. They are seeking it outside. We are just trying to tell them something belongs inside, so you have to travel inside. Here we have to change the direction. That is the important part. And for sure, to all the viewers who are today connected with us, I would like to give my small message. Whenever you are connected to your own self and you are ready to transform, always remember that we have to transform others also. That gives more bliss and more peace to your own self.
That's the ultimate message, Dr. Sareen. And here one thing again I want to know. I heard that you are making some pyramid also. So could you please share something about pyramid energy?
Well, pyramids are geometries that are symmetrical and perfectly designed at 51 degree by 52 minutes. It is giving the highest positive energy, which can be used for the spiritual welfare of masses. When we are sitting in a temple, there are bells, we do our prayers. Similarly, there have to be places where we can sit down and we can unstress, de-stress ourselves, where we can do our meditation sessions, where we can have our spiritual talk, we can have our messages conveyed to others. So for that, this pyramid is the best. We are looking forward towards having these pyramids all across the globe and perfectly at Gujarat, because I am right now at Gujarat, so that will be easier for me to handle. Right. And I wish that everybody has to put their part into it. It is not a small work. As the number of temples that we have, the number of mosques, the number of churches we have, I wish that we should have the equal number of pyramid centers must come for the spirituality, where the people can connect to their own self.
That's a beautiful message and vision, I can say you are saying. So do you have any personal experience with pyramid?
Yeah, I've been to Bangalore, the International Pyramid Valley. Then I have been to Maheshwara Maha Pyramid at Kartal at Hyderabad. And I have seen many of these pyramids. And the people surrounding areas are also in a very peaceful state, because the energy which is emitted goes into kilometers and kilometers in circumference. So when we are talking about, transforming the entire society, we require more and more of these pyramids which should come on the earth, which can help in, increasing and ascension of earth as such. Yes.
Yeah, that's the really ultimate thing. And at last, a small message to our viewers.
To all the viewers, I would like to say, always be in a blissful state by adopting a spiritual life. It may sound a little tough, but it is the easiest way to reach your own self. And to understand, you have to practically apply it. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saab, to be here to share your knowledge and wisdom and your journey with us. So, here I want to share a small message. Please like, share, and subscribe all PMC channels with PMC English, PMC Hindi, PMC Gujarat, and share this message to everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.